What is your job?
I'm your day-to-day liaison with the Planetary Defense Council. Yes, sir.
But I'm not a Wallfacer anymore.
Of course not, sir.
And they know that I refuse to be a Wallfacer.
Yes, that was included in the announcement.
So why are you still here?
I'm in charge of your day-to-day liaisons.
Yeah. It's really funny.
We're not communicating. I am not a Wallfacer.
No, sir.
I rejected the offer.
You did.
Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Thanks for clicking on this video. Today we're going to watch 3 Body Problem Season 1, Episode 8, entitled Wallfacer, the finale. I just watched the penultimate episode and just got to do it. Rip the bandage off. I got to find out what happens. It's too good and too intriguing. So, my big question is what happened to Yi Wen-ji? But Yi Wen-ji, you know, she kill herself? Did Tatiana kill her? Did they kill Collins? She said something about Collins. She goes like, oh, was that his name? Collins was the cop or whatever that was with her. I also have a fan on because it's excruciatingly hot, even though it's the middle of the night. So hopefully that's not too much hiss. Anyway, that's the big question. And then they're gonna send off, what's his name? Also, the aliens contacted Tatiana, which was kind of crazy. Didn't see that coming. And then you know, they're gonna send, I mean, they did say we're only a few weeks away. We're gonna send off, you know, Will's brain in a box in the staircase project. And then Augie, just all as far as we know, Augie just took the nanofibers and made it public domain, kind of stole it back from the company. So that's all that's going on. And then Will's dead, not dead. Anyway, let's get going. Like, subscribe, comment. If you like full reactions, link to my Patreon's down below, and let's do it.
How do we defeat an enemy we can't even imagine?
Of course we can imagine them. I mean, I'm imagining them right now, but maybe we're asking the wrong thing. The question isn't how.
Tapper's in this?
You don't find it depressing?
What?
What? There are aliens? There's an alien invasion. They think we're bugs?
Maybe we are.
Not a bug. You have a lot of one-night stands, don't you?
Why do you say that?
Do you even remember my name?
Of course.
Okay. Can you just get me an Uber? Saul.
I mean, where were my ancestors 400 years ago? Somewhere in Africa, right? Most of them. Could they imagine me in a world like this? No. So why should I get bent out of shape about what the world might look like 400 years from now? I have no control over it.
Okay, well, if all our ancestors thought that way, we wouldn't be standing here.
Really?
So
So you think 400 years ago, in a field in Ireland,
Not Irish.
or whatever, you think that they'd be wondering what their great times 20-something granddaughter might be doing someday?
awesome. I get it. You're a cynic. Does it say how far away it is?
It's 2 minutes. Listen, I'm not gonna have kids. The family line ends with me, so I guess I don't worry about the far future that much.
There are other people in the world, though. You realize that, right? Like me. I want kids. I worry about the future.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's fair.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, wise man who can't remember my name.
What if you have one kid, and that one kid has one kid? Eventually, humanity will die out, and then we don't even have to worry about these aliens.
I didn't know 2 minutes could last this long.
It's a block away. It's a silver Prius.
Watch it.
Holy, that was, I did think, I didn't see this coming. Nora. I don't even remember her name. Holy shit. Whoa. No, I didn't see that coming, but there was something really weird about that conversation leading up to it. Nora. Wow. That was fucking sad.
Sorry about Nora. You're a close friend?
You a cop?
Not exactly, no.
Am I under arrest?
Look, relax. I'm an old friend of Augie's. I know your pal Jin. I'm sad to say, I know what happened to Jack and Will. It's been a rough year for you lot. When you met Yo and Jay at the graveyard, what did you two chat about?
What the fuck is this?
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Yo and Jay met one person before she left the country, and that was you. 3 days later, she's murdered in China.
What?
Along with one of my men.
Yo and Jez dead?
That's what murder means, yeah. Then someone tries to murder you.
No one tried to murder me. There was an accident.
The car that hit Nora was under autonomous control. We've reason to believe that someone or something hacked into the onboard computers of all 3 cars seconds before the accident, with further reason to believe that they were targeting you.
Who are they?
Now, that's the question, right? Some kid on a skateboard bumped into you. That's why you're alive.
I don't know what's going on.
I believe you.
Wow. That's a trip.
Sir.
I didn't even see that coming.
Put them on. They're bulletproof.
Saul's like, what the fuck? Because Saul's been sort of out of the loop on most of this shit, actually. Mostly because he's been hanging out with Will, I guess. But if the Sophons are trying to kill him, seems like they could do it pretty easily.
You're not going to tell me what's going on?
My job is to get you safely to your destination.
What's my destination?
Someone will meet you when we get there and explain things to you.
Did anyone tell Nora's family?
Her parents were told their daughter died in a terrible accident.
That's not true.
Well, I guess meeting you was a terrible accident.
I'd like these seeds included in the staircase capsule.
Corn? Is this chili pepper?
You love spicy food?
No.
Why not? They weigh 18 grams.
We've been trying to remove every milligram we can from the capsule. You know that better than anyone.
Just pretend his brain is 18 grams heavier.
Added weight leads to a slower final cruising speed for the spacecraft that'll delay the encounter with the enemy fleet. Remember telling me that? Besides, he's just a brain now. No mouth, no stomach. What'd be the point?
I'll make the request to someone with more authority.
You don't know anyone with more authority.
Then I'll resign.
No, you won't.
You can't stop me.
You're right, I can't. But you won't do it. The only real science getting any funding is for planetary defense. If you don't want to be a scientist anymore, then go. I'm taking key members of the Staircase project to Cape Canaveral for the launch. I'll save a seat for you.
He's got her right where he wants her. Alright, so Will's not going to get any corn and wheat. I mean, if the Sophons wanted to crash these planes, I think they could.
My name is Sebastian Kent. It's an honor to meet you. I hope we can make things a little smoother from here on out.
Are you the one
Back
that's
in
going to
the
tell me what's
US.
going on?
I'm afraid I'm not authorized to do that, but you'll hear it straight from the top. I promise.
This is so fucking good.
Ever been to the United Nations, Mr. Duran?
On a class trip?
They're really worried about him getting killed in the process.
I brought down a suit and tie for you to change into before the ceremony.
He's wearing what he's wearing.
What ceremony?
This is a momentous occasion. We're introducing the project to the world.
If I understand correctly, I'm in charge of his security. He's wearing what he's wearing.
What ceremony?
The 4th meeting of the Planetary Defense Council has arrived at the final item on its agenda, the announcement of the Wallfacer project.
Wallfacer.
The great battle might be centuries away, but the San-T have declared war upon us, and we must defend ourselves. To them, we are an open book, one they can read anytime. Every meeting, every conversation, the memory of every computer. The Sophons see and hear whatever they want, whenever they choose. They are the perfect, invisible spies. How can we win? How do we keep secrets from an adversary who sees everything, who is watching us right now? The Sophons have vast power, but they are not all-powerful. They cannot read our minds. This is the basis of what we call the Wallfacer project. We have chosen 3 people to formulate and direct strategic plans. They will develop these plans entirely in their own minds, sharing them with no one. The time is
Wow.
right. We shall call them Wallfacers after the ancient Buddhist name for meditators. These Wallfacers will be granted great authority, allowing them to exploit all our resources. As long as they violate no international laws, the Wallfacers never need to explain their actions and commands, regardless of
That's
how
him.
incomprehensible their behavior may be. The first
Wow.
Wallfacer, General Hu Bo Lin. General Hu's books on military history are taught around the world. Professor Layla Arish. Miss Arish came to prominence fighting ISIS in Raqqa. She has exceptional experience fighting and winning asymmetrical battles. And finally, the third Wallfacer, Saul Durand.
Mr. Durand, if you please.
This is like you put targets on their back. Wow.
It doesn't make sense. I am a low-level researcher. Layla Erich, she's a hero. But me? Why me?
You always have to remember, Mr. Durand, that we are being watched. Especially now. The enemy will always be watching you. So, why were you chosen? Let's just say the enemy knows why.
I'm not special.
They think you are.
They? The enemy? No one asked me if I wanted this. No one explained anything to me.
If we had asked you, would you have come?
Of course not.
That's why we didn't ask.
I refuse.
You may.
I reject the position of Wallfacer. I won't do it, okay?
Okay. I understand.
So I'm free to leave?
You're free to do anything.
What's going on?
Could be dangerous outside. Let me get a security team to escort you.
I don't need a security
Mr.
team.
Durand.
I'm not a Wallfacer. I'm never gonna be a Wallfacer, so unless I'm under arrest, I would like to leave. Alone.
We can only do as Mr. Durand instructs us. The rules are very clear about that.
So he's a Wallfacer,
No.
even if he says he's not a Wallfacer. So he just is one. So he just is a Wallfacer, even if he rejects the position of Wallfacer?
Get a fucking ambulance right here now.
It's weird that they kind of announced who they are, but I guess... I don't know. I guess it kind of doesn't matter. The Sophons know everything. But how are they going to be alive 400 years from now? Or how are they going to ever convey their plans to the next?
Right, Clarence. Don't let that happen again.
The cicadas have returned in record numbers this year. Opinion of the insects.
You've got one broken rib, a little internal bleeding. It's not bad. Considering you got shot by a 338 sniper round.
You saved my life.
I fucked up. My job's looking after you.
You wanted to protect me and I didn't let you.
Will you let me now? Thank you.
Yeah, I want these two together.
NYPD caught the shooter. There'll be others.
I'd like to see him.
Why?
Know your enemy? Didn't Sun Tzu say that?
I don't know. I'm from Manchester. Let me charge you security, not arranging meetings with people who want you dead. Let me talk to someone. You're a Wallfacer. Your word is my command.
Yeah, but I'm not a Wallfacer. I turned it down.
It's like, you can't say you're not a Wallfacer. You just are one. That's what I think the point of this is. You don't have to think of any plans, but you might as fucking well.
I know it's fucking insane to triple check the numbers at this point.
Did you
but if
dump
we're
me
off
and
by
forget
even
to tell
so much as
me,
a
or-
millisecond, we're fucked.
I don't understand.
The timing of each detonation.
No, Jin, I don't understand what happened to us.
No, I can't do this right now.
Yeah, no, Jin, you can.
No.
Is this about Will?
Of course it's about Will. I stole the last weeks of his life from him. The chances of him making it...
It's not him.
What?
Will is dead.
No, he's not. He's a living brain, being kept at negative 150 degrees.
Jin.
And if the Santi decide to pick him up, do you know how easy it would be for them with their technology to rebuild his body?
And what are the odds of that?
Non-zero.
You loved him.
Good physics word.
I love him. He's still alive.
Well, I hope it works. I really do.
Get up and leave now. You didn't need to throw her into that. Throw that emotional bullshit at her right now.
The world are asking the same question today. Who is Saul Durand and why was he...
I'm gonna stay.
What happened to your face?
I resisted arrest. Are you injured?
I'm okay.
I'm sorry.
You shot me with a sniper rifle. You're sorry?
I'm sorry I didn't aim for your head. Then my mission would be complete, and you'd be free of yours.
I'm already free of mine. I rejected the Wallfacer position.
You're a funny man.
I'm just telling you the truth.
You think you're clever? I thought I was clever too before I learned the truth.
Which truth?
Oh, you call them my superiors, but they're your superiors too.
If they're so fucking superior, why do they care if I live or die?
I don't know.
You tried to murder a man that you've never met on the directive of aliens that you've never met. Why? What the fuck is wrong with you?
I've gone to be a soldier in the army of the Lord.
So they are talking to, they're building a little cult, they're talking to their cult members and get them to do shit.
Who do you work for?
Used to be MI5, then it was SIA, now it's PDF. No, that's not right. PDA. It's just letters.
What is your job?
No, protecting you. Had 2 attempts on your life in the last 48 hours.
I want to get out of here. I want to go home.
Travel runs through Kent.
Glad to see you on your feet again.
What is your job?
I'm your day-to-day liaison with the Planetary Defense Council. Yes, sir.
But I'm not a Wallfacer anymore.
PDC.
Of course not, sir.
The Wallfacer project, it's public now, right?
Oh, yes, the whole world knows.
And they know that I refuse to be a Wallfacer.
Yes, that was included in the announcement.
So why are you still here?
I'm in charge of your day-to-day liaisons.
Yeah. It's really funny.
We're not communicating. I am not a Wallfacer.
No, sir.
I rejected the offer.
You did.
I want to see the Secretary General.
She's waiting for you.
I just want to go home.
This isn't my department, but I'm not sure your current home would meet your new security requirements.
If I'm not a Wallfacer, why do I need new security requirements?
I'm not sure it matters whether you truly are a Wallfacer. What matters is what people believe, and non-people.
You think they're watching us right now?
I do.
Well, then they understand that I rejected the position.
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
A Wallfacer's work is carried out in secret, in the solitude of the mind. I don't know what's inside your mind. Neither do they.
I do not want this job.
I don't blame you. It's a terrible job.
Then why was I chosen? The enemy is watching because I don't care. I have no fucking idea how to fight aliens. And they won't be here for another 400 years, so why don't we all relax and just smoke a J because we're all gonna be dead by then.
I've had the same thought many times, but we owe it to our descendants to fight for them.
Why was I chosen?
No one knows.
What?
No one knows.
There's gotta be a reason why you've picked me.
Yes, but only an indirect one. You'll have to find your own answer.
You've ruined my life. And now you're giving me this bullshit?
Well, I'm sorry, truly.
What's the indirect reason?
I believe you'll know when the time is right. It's been a pleasure to meet you again, Mr. Durand. In the future, Mr. Kent will take care of anything that you need.
This is why Yi Wen-ji picked him to talk.
I don't expect to live long enough to see whether it pays off, but I pray that it does.
I wonder, this is so interesting. Ah, it's so cool. I wonder if the aliens indirectly picked him.
Yes, Mr. Durand.
My friend is being launched into space tomorrow. I'd like to see him off.
Of course, Mr. Durand.
Yeah, fuck it. You just have all this power now. You might as well just live with it. Whether you reject it or not. Oh, here comes Tatiana. She killed Yi Wen-ji. Oh. It's one of those interfaces. Better give us some answers here. Will's brain.
Capsule secured.
18 grams.
What?
If they can clone his body, copying a few seeds shall be child's play. You don't want the lad to go hungry.
They're in there?
Wheat, corn, peas, chili pepper. I heard he likes spicy food.
Why did you change your mind?
10, 9, 7,
Good question.
5.
He doesn't have a heart. Wow.
Saul. Sorry. Should you be here? Is it safe?
Bulletproof. Is Will in space yet?
Almost. He's in the exosphere.
You were lucky.
I know.
They really want him dead.
That's why we know he's worth it, right? My enemy's enemy.
You're gonna be handcuffed to that kid for the rest of your life. You okay with that?
You have a choice.
No.
Then I'm okay with it.
Good to see you're all right.
Thanks.
There's actually a couple of hours before the capsule reaches the first detonation. You want to get some air?
Poor Raj.
He goes everywhere with you, huh?
It's part of the deal. Remember last year when we were worried about whatever the fuck we were worried about? I want to go back in time and punch myself in the face.
So a Chinese general, a Kurdish war hero, and sold around.
Right? It's completely insane.
They didn't tell you why you were chosen.
Oh, I have an idea though. Nah, stupid.
I hate what we did to Will.
He made his choice. He would have done anything for you. God, he loves you. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be a dick, but
No.
he did. I hope someone loves me that much someday.
Maybe someone already does.
Was he gonna be able to smoke weed anymore? With all these assholes following him? That's how he does his best thinking.
Pesticidas, parásitos, bacterias, virus, algas.
Ya tenemos buenos filtros.
Si tuvieran buenos filtros, no tendrían una epidemia de disentería en el pueblo. Si lo ajustas bien, se termina la epidemia.
Suena muy impresionante, ¿no?
¿Nos vamos a quedar hablando o lo vamos a tratar?
Look at that. That's pretty brilliant. Use as a filter. Filter out everything. Get rid of dysentery. So cool how this is like a worldwide situation.
Stand by for first stage boosters.
There's a tight group of friends who are spread all over the place now.
First stage boosters 1, 2, 3, and 4 have been injected successfully.
Oh, that's the same. Wow, it's made of those nanofibers. Wow.
She did it.
God damn.
Approaching the first of our nuclear detonations. 3, 2, 1.
Wow, that's cool.
Navigation indicates the capsule is traveling at 57 kilometers per second. Approaching second detonation. Good telemetry on second detonation. Navigation now has our speed at 68 kilometers per second.
He's flying now.
Third detonation successful. Now traveling at 80 kilometers per second.
Wow.
Spacecraft. Thermal values are in pinch and resistant.
Yeah, something had to go wrong, right? Oh no.
Trajectory is deviating from the predicted value.
Will's just half dead, half alive brains floating out in space forever. Now they're off of all the nukes. What did he say? I mean, it's the last episode. They got to give us a bunch of answers here, but maybe they're going to leave us hanging.
I've no idea, but he's who Boldine. If he wants it, get it for him.
So far, I'm talking to him. Talking to Wade.
We hope you're enjoying your flight, Mr. Wade.
We're sorry the staircase project failed. We would have liked to meet Mr. Downing. And we hope to meet you, if your hibernation technology works. Human beings are so fragile.
If you're watching me, you must be doing something right.
Yes, you're a strong leader. We want you to know there will be a place for you when we arrive. You are part of our plan.
Great.
We'll always be with you. Every room you enter, we'll already be there waiting for you. Whatever we want you to see, you will see. Until the day you die.
Dicks. I mean, they can basically make you hallucinate. All of that plane crash shit, or, you know, turn on and off could be a complete hallucination.
How long do you think he's gonna float out there?
Based on his final hitting, 6,000 years before he passes another star. Don't think he'll fall into its gravity well. Maybe another 5 million years before he leaves the Milky Way.
You are the two saddest looking bastards I've ever seen.
Don't give me a speech, man. I can't take any Henry V bullshit. Sometimes being depressed is an appropriate reaction to whatever's going on in the world.
Fucking hell. Lost a few battles and now you've given up the war. Wade told me you got that probe moving faster than any man-made object ever.
It was a failure.
You ever see those old World War II movies of the Allies launching planes off aircraft carriers? How many pilots they lost before they got it right?
You understand that we're still a few million times slower than the Santi?
Slow, or dumb, and we die easy. Or bugs.
Come on, go for a drive.
All of them?
Bring the room.
These are the cicadas, so we just saw a news report about.
People hate bugs. Been trying to get rid of them forever. Spray pesticides from planes, we put poison in the ground, we try and sterilize them, we swat them, zap them, step on them. Look around. They're not going anywhere. For the bugs. Let's get back. We've got work to do.
Wow. I'm not gonna end it like this. What the fuck? Is that the last episode? Yep. I'm not a fan of the end of that. Unless they hurry up and come out with this next season. They answered 0 questions. They got Will sent hurtling through space. The Wallfacer idea is super interesting though, and cool. The idea that, this idea of like, yeah, the Wallfacer idea is totally cool. I don't know how it's theoretically going to work though, but I assume that Saul's going to embrace it over time. He'll just have to come up with a plan in his head without writing things down, I guess, on top of it. You know, you're going to have to come up with some sort of plan in your head. And then at some juncture, you are going to have to execute this plan, but no one's ever to know what the plan is. So, trippy idea, you know, because it's the one thing, you know, they can't get at our thoughts. But, fuck. And then we didn't really see, you know, so they might... Also seems like if they wanted to kill them, they could. They could also make the Wallfacers see countdowns or obviously make them hallucinate things. So it does seem like there's a slight hole in their plan. I mean, if they can make the Wallfacers, you know, see shit, they could distract them all the time. So they could never really come up with plans. Of course, maybe it's all like a diversion away from, you know, because they publicly announced it too, which is weird. But I mean, I guess the Sophons would figure it out anyway, no matter how you told someone they were a Wallfacer, how secret you tried to tell them, you know. So you might as well, I guess, make a world announcement. But then they're just like all, you know, candidates for being executed at all times. But, so that's wild. And then, you know, we saw Tatiana put on one of those things. I would have liked to see what she was seeing. We didn't see any of that. I guess we see that the aliens can now, Santi could just contact anyone through TVs, or even with Wade just then, it just stood right in front of him. You know, it didn't have to be on a TV even, you know, of course. You know, and then what's the point of giving Tatiana one of those things? Maybe so that they can interface and communicate much more. Yeah, the Santi basically have not given up talking to them. They're like, okay, we know that now that humanity is trying to work on multiple plans, you know, to try to thwart us, we've got to go ahead and get some of these people that fight for us to be on our side and to do some things like attempt assassinations or whatever. And then she did imply that that was indeed a fact. I guess Wade plans on freezing himself over and over again so that he can live to be there 400 years from now. I hope we do. I bet we do in some season get to 400 years from now. Of course, if we really want to keep these characters, then they're all going to have to be there. You know, we're going to have to put everyone in cryo. Maybe they do that, though. Maybe they put a bunch of them in cryo to be there at the time. I don't know, man. It's very interesting. Very interesting. But I was hoping for more from this final episode. I really wanted, like, something like Will shows up at the alien ship, you know, and then maybe that was our cliffhanger, or, you know, something. We didn't get like a big teasing moment, really. We didn't get a big teasing moment. They didn't leave us with a big teasing moment, which I stunned. I haven't seen a show of a quality like this that didn't leave us on some major cliffhanger. I mean, I guess the whole thing is kind of a cliffhanger, but I mean, we didn't see Yi Wen-ji. She's just dead, I guess. She was murdered. Okay, because she's dead. It's like, that's what murder means, yeah. And we did see Tatiana come back, so we know Yi didn't kill Tatiana or something like that. So I guess that did happen that way. We just didn't see the death. And then Collins got killed, so he's not a huge character, but he confirmed that he was killed too. That makes sense. You know, it's kind of cool that Augie's, you know, she's using her nanofibers to filter water so people don't get sick. That's pretty brilliant. And I guess that's the kind of the point of the last episode, is she sort of made it, you know, she's taken it. So now it can be used. Nanofibers can be used to do good things. And she's decided, you know, fuck this. I'm going to try to help people with my invention. And found a way to extricate her invention from the ownership of this, you know, company or whatever. It does suck though that it was going a little too perfect, and I was kind of thinking if the whole thing with Will went perfectly, I was kind of starting to get a feeling of like, what are the odds that that would actually go perfectly? But at the same time, it totally sucks that it broke. But I feel like that's not the end of that story either, you know. I mean, could be, but it seems like we went through an awful lot of fucking plot, awful lot of percentage of plot time and explanation and everything like that to do this whole thing that's just, you know, for it to just be like, oh, it didn't work. Seems kind of useless, you know, that it wouldn't come up again. My feeling is the Santi might intercept him or something, or who knows what. That's what's so strange about this story. It is really very, very original, which is cool because it makes it sort of hard to predict, you know, what's happening. You know, it's hard to predict, you know, is this something that they would just throw away and have, oh, well, he's going to be leaving the galaxy in 5 million years? Or is it something that would come back, you know? But anyway, that's fucking wild. So I'm really glad to have watched these Glad I finished watching these. As you can see, the sun is up. It was like early morning. I just can't. I just have to say, you know, the dialogue, the writing of the dialogue in this show is like really extremely well done, I thought, for the most part. Now that I've seen the whole thing, you know, there were people that were like, episode 3 is real good and episode 5 is real good, you know, some of the commenters, and that's true. Those were kind of the big highlights. And then 6 was kind of sort of slow. 7 was pretty good too. 8, I like the development, but I was surprised that the finale wasn't a little bit more like, you know, have a little bit more like a episode 5 kind of vibe to it. But I mean, how long is it going to take them to come out for another season? I mean, this just finished, so maybe another fucking, I hope it's not like another 2 years. Oh well. Like, subscribe, comment if you like full reactions. The link to my Patreon's down below, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.